Hey guys, this is another YouTube video about my growing plants. They're not really well, but let's start with the best one. Green onions. Okay, whatever. Let's start. So basically the green onions started growing first, and they grew the tallest because green onions are supposed to be put in water. As you see in my pictures, they're all inside little tubs, you can say, full of water. Then after that, it was surprisingly celery. Celery grew pretty well with a bunch of leaves right now, which is about 1 month time. At the end, you can see the end product, because at first the celery didn't have any roots. It grew less. First of all, it grew worse than the onions because it started off with no roots, so it's harder to get some nutrients and the water into the plant. But it's okay. Next was the carrot. You can soon see that the carrot itself is growing pretty well, because the carrot itself, the center part, is actually a root, so it grows pretty well. Next is the garlic. The garlic grew well too at the end. At first it had to grow its roots, then it started growing taller and sprouting. Now let's start talking about how they grew. First, I planted all of them, as you can see in these images. At the start, you can go back to the start and see how they started to grow. I planted all of them inside water, and then they started to grow. Each time they took up lots of water, so I have to refill them a few times every 2 to 3 days around. These pictures were all me. Okay. And then after that, first the onions started growing first, and then the celery started growing tiny bits of leaves, and then the carrot sprouted a tiny bit. Then the potato, which, as you guys all know, it got taken away at half of the video, because I hate to say, but the potato was not growing at all, because potatoes aren't supposed to be put inside water. Boo! So after that, we changed it to a cabbage. The cabbage wasn't growing as well too, and it rotted at the end, which is gross. Ew. Get away. Oh. I don't want to see that again. Okay. So after it's all sprouted, it started to grow. The garlic took a bit more time to start growing its roots, and it was hard to position the garlic into the right position, so all of them are standing up in order to grow. So after around 2 weeks, the garlic started sprouting, and almost all of them had roots, which was really good. The carrot grew like a small island with a few trees, and then the green onions, of course, they grew the best. Like literally, they're like already they're over 10 centimeters tall, which is really surprising me. Ooh. The good thing about green onions is that once you cut them, they can regrow after you take off the top part, which can be really useful since now it's quarantine and you don't really want to go outside to buy stuff. So this is a good way to save the last bits of your food chunks that you don't need. After that, the celery started growing too with more and more leaves. As well, the cabbage started growing too, but it wasn't as good because it started later, and then I didn't check in a long time, but the water started getting stinky. But the cabbage still grew, and then at the end we took it away and like put it inside the garden because we don't want it to really go bad. Okay, so basically here's a summary of how the plants grew. Green onions, very good. Next is this celery and carrots are tied because they also grew good. And then it was the garlic. Garlic is the tallest garlic sprout is around, let's say, half the size of the green onions, which was pretty good. And then after was the potato and the cabbage. Yeah. I hope you guys should try this experiment too. You only need some fruit cups and spoons, water, and some plant roots, like the part that you don't need. And yeah, you can make this experiment too. This experiment was very fun for me, and I really enjoyed doing it. Hope you guys can learn from me too. And please hit the like and subscribe button and get some notification. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you. Bye-bye.